Oh, I think friends are here. Hello, friends. Hi, Joan. Welcome. Glad you're here. I I'm gonna get started here in just a minute, and I'm gonna do something kind of simple today. Not feeling real inspired, I guess. I'm going to make, but I do love doing this when I don't really want to be very involved with my crafting. One thing I love to make are fabric flowers. I think I may have made some with you guys once before, but they're really great for embellishing journals and tags and like when you're going to do a box and you want to put flowers on it. So I am running low again. I made some not long ago, but I actually used quite a few of them. So I'm going to work on a few more today. You don't know how to make them. Oh, good. I'm glad you've got something. I've been running out of ideas and I never know what people might like to do. So I will be happy to show you. One thing I do, a lot of people know, is I reclaim laces and trims off of articles of clothing. And this was already gathered in a ruffle. And ruffles trim makes the best flowers, fabric flowers. So I just put a running stitch all the way through and it gathers up beautifully. It's not the most exciting thing to watch, but yes, thank you for informing me about the unfortunate situation with Archie. And I won't talk about it much since a lot of people don't know what I'm referring to. But right now it looks like it's just me and you, Joan. So I had really been praying for him and his family. But this is all you do is you just take a needle, and I don't know if you like hand stitching. I don't like to get started, like it seems like drudgery if I have to do hand stitching. Oh, you're very welcome. But once I get started, I feel like it's a nice relaxing activity to stitch by hand. But I don't do any kind of needlework or like embroidery or anything like that. I've tried, and I did a little tag challenge with one of the crafters where we learned stitches, which was fun. But it was for a whole year where you did a tag every week. And I kind of fizzled out about halfway through. Oh, but you do love hand stitching. Do you do anything like embroidery or anything? My best friend did the most amazing cross stitching. It almost looked like paintings. They were so beautiful and so detailed. You'd like embroidery. Okay. So as you can see, I'm just gathering this, and the ruffles are allowing it to look very petal-like. I may have cut this one longer than I needed to, so I'm just going to stop it here by knotting off my straight stitch. And let's see who else might be able to join us today. Okay, so I've knotted that one off. And now I will carry on making it into a flower. So of course, the tighter you pull it, the more ruffled it gets. And I think I'll use my Fabri-Tac. I have my hot glue gun heated up as well. I could use that, but I think I'm going to work with the Fabri-Tac for now, especially because this fabric is so delicate. Hot glue would make it a little too stiff. Maybe Joanne will join us too. And Joan, were you able to get Joanne's information? She told me she put it in the description box of my video, and I can't find it anywhere, her email address. I know she probably did. I just don't know why that message didn't show up. Hi, Joanne. I was just telling Joan that I didn't ever find your email in my comments. I don't know what happened. I didn't see a comment at all. So maybe we can try again. I just sent my husband to the store. So that's what that noise was, if you heard anything. Okay, so Joanne, you put it, I know, oh, you put it in last week's too? I've got to see what's going on because for some reason your comments aren't showing up. And maybe they're being held for some reason. I don't know. I'm going to double check because I do have trouble sometimes with comments not showing up. And I'm sure it's nothing you did. It's just YouTube can be tricky sometimes. So I'm going to double check and see what's going on. So I just put a straight stitch through this. And let's see, what do I want to put for a background? So I was just telling Joan that I was kind of in I shouldn't say lazy, but just uninspired mood. So I didn't really have an actual direction I wanted to go today. And when that happens, I end up making fabric flowers. It's one of my favorite things to craft. And I'm running low again. I've been using them quite a bit. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a knot on the end of this thread so that I can do another running stitch through this. This is one of my favorite laces that you can buy at Hobby Lobby. And I thought maybe I'll gather this one up too because I love layering the stitching. So I'm just going old school today with a needle and a thread. Like so. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be the messenger with those emails and it just never showed up. And I've got to go into my YouTube studio and check comments because you can see comments and there are some once in a while that say held for review, and I don't know why they would do that to to Joanne's, because she comments often. But like I said, YouTube can be kind of tricky sometimes, so I'll definitely check that. So you guys I hope you've been having a good week. We've been getting a lot of rain showers, real strong thunderstorms, and then back to the really hot temperatures. Yesterday I got I didn't realize it was raining as hard as it was, and I was leaving my niece's shower and I got drenched. So Let me see. It was lovely and sunny. Good. At the end of the summer here in North Carolina, well, South Carolina. I forget that I live in South Carolina now. But anyway, it gets really humid and buggy towards the end of the summer. And I can tell we're kind of approaching that time where we're going to be contending with the bugs and the sticky weather. Not my favorite time of year, but you see a lot of frogs and snails. I think it's because we're a coastal state. So we get a lot of the humidity. You just posted it in this chat. It has not shown up. What is going on? Do they not let you post your address? That is really odd. Oops. So sorry, I'm trying to gather this. Yeah, that is very odd. Let me try to gather this a little better. The knot went through the holes of the lace. So I'm going to try it again. There we go. And now I lost my needle. Yes, I'm on Messenger. We could try it that way. If you send it to me, Joanne, on Messenger, I can send it to Joan. I don't know why it's not showing up. You did it right now in this chat that we're just talking back and forth. Oops. Trying to thread this needle and it's not very bright. Yeah, and I don't see it. Let me just scroll back up. It is not in here. See, I knew something was up. That's not normal. I see everything except your email. I might have to give up on trying to thread this needle without my needle threader. I can't even see the hole. Oh, there it is. So we've had a very busy week getting ready for my niece's bridal shower, which was absolutely gorgeous. We had such a good time, and there were really sweet ladies and friends that came. And my niece has girlfriends that she's had since middle school. She's a 28-year-old woman now, but two of them that are in her wedding weren't going to be able to make it to the shower. So they told her, but they ended up surprising her. And so she was just so happy. We had a really good time. I wish I could post some pictures. Okay, I got it, thankfully. I just want to finish this. You don't have showers? Oh, thank you. My what I wore to the shower yesterday was blue floral, um, and I wanted my nails to match, but we had been so busy getting ready for the shower that I was flying kind of by the seat of my pants to get there early to help my sister finish setting up. So I literally sat there in the car and ran some nail polish on my nails. And it was funny because I just thank the Lord for every little thing, which to me is a blessing. And I was digging in my purse and I had the bottle of blue nail polish that was the perfect match for my outfit. So I quickly put some of that on, and it's already looking pretty shabby because I didn't do, like a base coat and all that stuff. But anyway, thank you. Oh, hi, Lori, right? the messy crafter. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Mary. I've been thinking of you a lot. I was hoping you were well. Glad you're here. And I'll just let you guys know what I told the other ladies. I've kind of been in a uninspired lull. And so when that happens, I like to just make fabric flowers. It kind of relaxes me and makes me feel like I'm crafting, even though it's nothing all that exciting. So I'm starting out by just hand stitching little rosettes that I can layer and just using it as a time to visit with you guys and see what's new. Been a bit off color. Yeah, see, I feel like that's how I've been feeling the last several days, and then all of the busyness of getting the shower together for my niece. The whole time I wanted to enjoy it. You know, she's been a part of my life since she was born. I feel like she's more like a daughter because she's my twin sister's daughter, and it was supposed to be enjoyable, but I just didn't feel good most of the time. And I feel like I might have been fighting COVID symptoms, but I didn't even want to bother testing. I just knew I was going to have to get through it. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I believe in prayer. I know Mary does too. So that's very, very helpful. I never turn down prayers. All right. I'm going to, oops, hold on. Got a little tangled there. So I do like to make fabric flowers. I just, like I said, I know it's probably not the most exciting thing to watch. And I need longer thread, clearly, because it keeps coming. My needle keeps coming unthreaded. And for me to rethread it without my glasses is a miracle. You know, honestly, I do think one of the symptoms of this new variant is being extremely tired. It might have actually been symptoms of the other two variants as well, but I know I actually took a nap today, but I think it was because um, of all of the work with the shower. Come on, it's not threading. And the heat doesn't help, you guys. When it's really, really hot, it's just draining. We have air conditioning, of course, here, but where I grew up in Wisconsin, the summer was so short. Rarely did houses have air conditioning, especially our house, because it was a very old, historic home. So they didn't have a central air, and we didn't get like a window unit till I was almost in high school, maybe. Oh, on Messenger, I am Carla Walker Chambers. Walker being my maiden name. So it's Carla with a K, Walker Chambers. And I am really careful on Messenger because I know you're going to send me a message, Joanne. I'll look out for it. But otherwise, I'm really careful because trolls get through on Messenger so easy, and they send you these bogus messages and offers and links and stuff. And so unless I know I'm going to get a message, I rarely open them because I'm afraid it's going to be a virus or something. But I'll definitely look for yours, Joanne. Oh, sorry, you guys. You didn't get on here to watch me thread a needle. I'm just having an awfully hard time. So I might just quit and move on to a different type of flower. I think that'll be better. Oh, it's so nice to see that it was not too hot. Yeah, Messenger can be really tricky and lots of sketchy kind of things going on. My cousin, who I know I'm friends with on Facebook, but I kept getting these weird messages and they said they were from him. Um, but anyway, it ended up being a scam. And that's when I learned to be more careful um, with, communicating through Messenger. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one together. This is a real pretty shabby fringe kind of trim. And it was white, but I dyed this one pink. And there we go. I'm just going to snip this one. Okay, so now I've got 3 that I can start building on top of. It's fun, Mary. I've been, like I said, just kind of in a crafting lull. And so I pulled out my bag that I made all my little pre-made circles and things for making flowers. And I will often do that when I want to craft something, but I need it to be a bit mindless and not too involved so that I don't have stuff all over the place. I am desperately trying to declutter. Messenger is a Facebook thing. Yeah, it's a way of having a chat through. If you have a Facebook page, you can use Messenger to do private chats with people, and then everybody on Facebook won't see that message. But it has been a bit of an avenue for scammers to kind of get through and hack your Facebook channel. It is really the only reason I stay with Facebook is because I've been on it since 2009 and I've been able to reconnect with childhood friends and stay connected with family members that I would otherwise probably not get to see. And I'm very selective about friend requests because it's just like I said, it's an easy way for people that you may not want to be so close to get close to you and your information. So there's a lot of good with it, but you just have to be careful. Okay, so I've got this one, and this one. I don't know if you can see those. And then if you can see, I've got my candle here, and I'm going to, I think they call it melting or searing them. You have to kind of go slow, and it only works with polyester flowers. Thank you, Joanne. I already got it. So I'll know that's you. And you know what? Now I'll send it to the ladies that would like to stay in touch, but specifically Joan. It came through though, and it's just so odd to me that it wouldn't otherwise come through. This one is the one you need a running stitch through, and I don't want to mess with the needle right now. So let's do I love doing these little fairy flowers. And if you just hold, it's synthetic fabrics that work best, but I did find that real silk works. And it just kind of feels luxurious to melt the edges of silk. So I used to really be a Facebook fanatic, and I would check my Facebook every day and post photos, and I was just really on all the time, and it kind of fizzled out. But I think it's because I got involved with YouTube and I really enjoyed YouTube more. And then when the political stuff started heating up over here, people were posting some of the most derogatory, nasty stuff on Facebook. And it was kind of, oops, I burnt that one. I don't like that. It's kind of giving me more of a glimpse into how people really feel than I wanted to know. And I would get off Facebook feeling kind of discouraged, like I wish I didn't know that about this person. So I kind of started backing off from Facebook. Even though, on the other hand, it's good to kind of know the truth about people. I don't know. Can't take everything people say for fact, because people embellish behind a keyboard, or they can. Because, the joke, everything on Facebook, everything on the internet is true. Of course, it's just a joke. But yes, isn't that sweet? I'm excited that you guys are going to keep in touch. Okay, so I'm going to melt these and make a lovely, I like to call these fairy flowers because the petals fit so nicely inside each one. All you do is cut circles, for those of you who may not know, in varying sizes. Like I have a whole pile of them here. And where you can find this fabric is often in the lining of a dress or something, that a garment that you're not wearing anymore. If you're going to get rid of it or throw it out, the polyester lining makes really nice melted edges. If you hold it away from the flame long enough, it melts. But if you don't, it burns. And then there have been times when I thought the fabric was polyester or nylon of some sort, and it ended up being a lot more cotton, and that burns too. So once I get the edges melted as much as I want, I then will just lay it just above the flame and let it wrinkle a little bit more. It gives it a little more dimension. I don't know if you can see that. And then you just start piling them inside each other. And then the center of the flowers can be just as fun and creative. I just saw you mention buttons, and buttons are really fun and a pretty way to finish off the center of a fabric flower. I think flower exchanges are fun too. I don't know if any of you would be interested. We could do like fabric flower swaps, because those would be lightweight and easy to mail. But let me know if there's anything you're interested in on my lives, because I just really come and craft so that we can have a little gathering spot each week to chat and see what everybody's up to. And of course, pray for each other if there's a need, or, just encourage or support someone who may be having a challenging time. This should be a hopefully safe place to share things like that. So anyway, this one melted really well. Whoop. It melted so well that I almost lost it. felt that same way about people, beliefs that weren't in line with mine. Unite with people from our mutual interests. Isn't that the truth? That's why we're here, because our mutual interests are crafting and, quite frankly, being nice. I just feel like there's a lady in one of my classes and she has a shirt and I absolutely love it. It says, "Make America Kind Again." I'm not sure we're ever necessarily could be considered the kindest country in the world, but I get what she was saying basically is put kindness in the forefront. There's so many grumpy people, and I just don't understand how life's hard enough to waste all that energy just not being nice. So let's agree to be united because we like the same things. Crafting. Because it gets nasty here. The politic discussions can really take people in a bad direction. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, what tell us about the kind of crafting you guys do. Curling these, and then I will layer them. I think did I do this the very first live I ever did? I know I've done a video on these before. Like I said, it's my go-to when I'm feeling uninspired. And I almost find this candle thing a little mesmerizing. I used to hate it because I'd always burn my fingers, but I've kind of got used to where to put how close to get to the flame. Don't you love this shape? I love how they take on such an organic kind of shape. I think that's why I could do this for quite a while, because it's just fun to watch what the heat from the flame does to the fabric. And they do embellish things pretty too. They're not too over the top. They're subtle kind of looking flowers. And I guess, if you used red, you could probably even get these to look quite like a poppy, because that's how they kind of melt to me. Yeah, Joan said she loves um, hand stitching. Mary does beautiful stitching, you guys, and she makes lots of knitted items for charity. I need to do another video on my clay because um, I've been doing some new techniques, and my students, I think, would benefit from the actual longevity of a video for some of the processes. So you may see some videos posted soon of my clay work as well. So you love altering things. Do you like, oh, you're doing pumpkins? I love altered those like knit pumpkins, and you can make the ribs of the pumpkin by tying yarn or string in various directions. I think those really do turn out well. Oh, good. I'm excited. I don't know. I know Joanne doesn't do videos right now, but if I could encourage you guys and you feel like you have the means to do so, we would love to see your crafting in a video. because I know I was so anxious about doing it at first. Never even knew that that was a thing, making a video of your crafting and sharing it. And then I think it was like 2016, 2017, I started watching crafting videos, and then I thought, oh, maybe I could do a video. And then I joined my first challenge, and I had to do what was called a VR, video response. So that was technically my first video, crafting video anyway. I did do haul videos and upcycling of clothes videos, and they're all on this same channel. I don't have another YouTube channel. I just squeeze everything on this channel. In the very beginning of my channel, they're not really crafting videos, but I'll leave them there. Oops, there we go. I burnt that one because I got too close. I don't like the burnt look, so I trim it off and melt it over again. Oh, and you like stenciling. Does anybody paint? I'm not a very good painter. I am an art teacher, and I'm supposed to be able to teach all mediums, and I can teach all mediums. I'm just glad they don't make you, well, that's not true. I was applying to graduate school to finish my graduate program, and they asked for a portfolio. I was about to say they don't ask for a portfolio, but I had to do some drawings, and I had to pull out my paints and things like that, and they're not my strengths. I like three-dimensional arts, and I love crafts, but I admire people who can paint. I like the Edith Holdens and Beatrix Potters that can go out in nature and make things beautiful. Matchstick men. That's funny. Mary, have you gotten back out and about, or you've just been in your neck of the woods? Ooh, ouch, ouch. Okay, I got to pay more attention. I'm looking at the chat and trying to burn these at the same time. That's not a good idea. Hey, I don't see my Angie today or my Shaz. They might show up though. Time just goes so fast. Okay, I think that's a sign that I've melted enough of these. Let's go ahead and start layering them. Let's see how many flowers we can get today. So I have my hot glue gun, and I think I might use it just to give the flowers a little more stability. The weight of the glue. Oh, of course I need a stick. Oh, that's strange. There we go. I have to decide what size will fit in there. That one goes in well. And then this one, oops. Oh, these are so fun. And then this one can go on the bottom. I mean, look at that, you guys. That's what makes these so much fun. They also remind me a little bit of a peony rose. Let's do another one. Let's see. Let's do this one on the bottom. And you guys, oh, thank you, Mary. I harvested my white potatoes. I don't know if you saw my video, but I was thrilled that I actually got a little tiny harvest. I'm not sure it was totally worth all of the investment because I purchased like good quality compost and all kinds of that, but it was definitely fun for the experience. Okay, so now I've got this one. Oops. And this one's taking on more of a vintage color. Uh-oh, I've got a little singe spot there, but I guess that'll be okay. So I've got those two. And I think I want to do a couple more because I need some smaller circles. Or maybe I need slightly larger circles. Let's just do one more layer. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And don't hesitate to leave in the comments any ideas you might have for doing a live. Sometimes I'm not sure what would make a captive audience, and I do know there are some that do giveaways and things like that, and it's not that I don't want to do that. I just feel bad when you only get to draw one name. I want everybody to win. Kirbyville, Texas. Hi, Bernice. Welcome. Where's Kirbyville near? Houston, Dallas? Is it anywhere near any of those? San Antonio? Texas is huge. I lived there twice. My husband's from Texas. His people are from Fort Worth, which is a nice city. Okay, so now I've melted that one. We're just doing fabric flowers today, Bernice. This one is one that I gathered, and it's made out of velvet. I don't know why the word wouldn't come out, but I'm going to hold this one quite far away and see if I can get it to melt just a little bit without singeing it. Yeah, this is a little mesmerizing, the candlelight. So I'm already looking forward to summer coming to an end. I hate to say that because we shouldn't really rush the days away, but I don't enjoy the heat. Not a fan. Autumn is my favorite season. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, the gardening is way more expensive than I expected, especially when you're not planting directly in the ground. I was using containers, and that requires a better quality soil because it's not getting many other nutrients. And then I had to fertilize a lot. And they said that fertilizer was more expensive this year than it's been in a long time. Oh, I know, Marion, and we missed you. At one point, we got a little worried, and then I thought, well, let me check. But you were definitely missed. You do well to go where there's no Wi-Fi. We went to camp for 5 days without Wi-Fi, and I thought everybody was going to jump out of their skin. This is what it looks like with the pretty velvet one in the middle. So we'll put the velvet one in there. And I love this soft yellow. So I'm probably going to layer a yellow one. I just need a few smaller ones. And then I think we'll start assembling them. If you hear yelling, my son's up there gaming. He doesn't realize how his voice travels. My younger son is in marching band and he plays the marimba, and he's been getting really good at 4 mallets at a time, which is quite encouraging because there's not much that interests him, and we've been really happy to see him excel at the marimba. Okay, so I've got this one nice and melted. Ooh. And that can fit in that, and that can fit in that. So now I have a nice yellow piled one. Okay, now we'll start assembling. Put that one in there. Oh, how fun. They just look like they can float away. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. And after I get them assembled, we'll find a pretty center for them. It only takes a little dot, and I like to just put a little dot because then it helps the rest of the fabric kind of look like it's floating. And put that one in, and then one more in there. So you can see how easy you can get these together. If you just sit one day when you've got not much to do, you can just cut circle after circle after circle, and that helps when it's time to assemble. It just goes much more quickly. I think I want to add one more to this one. Like so. Okay. Yeah, like that. And now let's see what centers we can find. So I made these, and I'm not even sure we're going to use them. Let's see. Maybe I can lay this one on top of this one. What do you think? It's a little bit large, but I think it gives it a nice fluffiness. So we'll add the lace one on the bottom. I'll give it a squeeze. And this is a small, delicate one. Oh wait, let's see. Maybe I have, nope. That one requires one more large one underneath, if I can find one big enough. Yeah, this one's pretty. I have some of this really pretty violet color fabric. I think I made a violet one the last time we did fabric flowers. I'm not a purple fan per se, but this purple, violety purple, is just so pretty. Okay, I did that to see if maybe this one would fit well in here, like maybe it needed one more layer. But anyway, I'll move this one and this one. And then I'm going to clean up all of this because it's getting a little crazy. I think that one will work as a layered piece. That one got burnt, so I'm just going to toss that one. And then just for the fun of it, let's do this teeny little guy here. Oops. I don't think I really want to catch my fingers on fire. Okay. One more, like so. Okay. That one can go in there. It's a little burnt, but we're just going to let it go. I want to do a purple one before it's all said and done. So let's melt this guy. So something I've noticed is that after doing YouTube videos and watching crafting videos for about 5 years now, people just kind of stop. For whatever reason, they get kind of burnt out on it or interested in other things. I get all of that. I've actually started watching a different type of video, and they also stop commenting as much. I don't know if they just get so used to everybody's work that they don't feel like they need to comment anymore. I really don't get offended if people don't comment, because I don't do YouTube for that reason, but I do love seeing other people's videos, crafting videos. I just constantly get inspired. It's sort of a bad thing for me though, because I definitely don't need to start any new style of crafting. Um, I have plenty that I can keep myself busy with, but there's always something new and exciting going on. I do need to not watch the haul videos though, because they make me want to go shopping. And I do love a good find when it comes to crafts and doilies and things like that. I'll always do that though. I'm not going to ever give that up. Oh, yeah, I've actually got some lavender growing right now. It seems to really like the heat. All of my herbs, like not all of my herbs, my sage, my rosemary, they almost seem more like succulents. They seem to like to stay on the drier side, and they're flourishing really well. You're sweet, Joan. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to make this the last one for now. So now I've got a purple one to layer. Okay. Actually, I have one more here. I don't know which one that would fit. Oh, that fits perfectly. Great. All right, let's get rid of these little scrappy bits. Move these guys out of the way. So this is the last full week before school starts for our kids here. Summer's just flown by. Did I glue these? Just to make sure these are all glued. Let's glue this guy. And let's put some centers in. Oh, I didn't glue this one. So when I do lives, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you stopping by. And I try to go just about an hour, just so that I don't, if you, of course, need to leave sooner than that, I totally understand. But I also don't want anyone to feel like, oh gosh, she's still going and I need to leave. I want you to always know you can leave when you need to. This one is too big. I don't like it there. Or maybe it's just putting the little one in there. Okay, let's go through my little bling jar. Oh, I forgot to do this guy. Let's do him really quick. You guys, did I tell you that I have strawberries growing and that I wish I had a camera because they had a big, I'd call him a big butt bunny, sitting right in the middle of my strawberry plant having a feast. It was the cutest thing. Couldn't get upset because he was just enjoying himself. It was adorable. All right, so I've got these, and now I need to put some bling. Yes, Mary, I'm glad I've inspired you to make a few. So let's see. I have bling that can go in the center. And I'm just going to play with some of the pieces here. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones to put in the middle. I call them bumpy balls or bumpy beads. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like iridescent beads. And I just love how understated it is just to put the bead. I don't think I want to put anything else. I made one of these last time, but I've already used it as an embellishment. So I needed another one. And like there's things that I love to repeat by, and these beads are one of them. But you know what? I think I will put a little bit of cheesecloth because it helps cover up the bead holes. So I'm going to put just a shabby little piece of cheesecloth in here. And then kind of embed the bead in there to kind of cover up the holes. See, that's so pretty. Love it. There's this one. It's kind of big, but it's got those nice undertones. So I think I'm going to use that one in here. You know what? Let's use hot glue for this one. Simply because it's a little uneven. It has a clasp that I should probably take some wire tools and pull off. Anyway, I don't know. I might rethink that one. And then let's see, what should we put in the purple one? Oh, you know what I have? I better blow this out before I catch myself on fire. Mary's made absolutely beautiful journals, you guys. Go to her channel. If you all aren't subscribed, you might want to, click on your pages and go over and let's see what everyone's about. That's too small. These are so pretty, but I find very little use for them. Actually, I like that in there. Let's do that. These are all going to end up a lot more blingy. Oh, again, I should have used hot glue. It'll stick though. I just need to make it rest a while. So there's that one. Here, I'll stick them on here so we can see them better. Now I'll do the yellow one, this fluffy one, and no, I don't think that doesn't make me happy. I'm not going to use that one. So like I have these really tiny seam binding ones. And then this little lace one I've used as a center before. Oh, I like that. And then we'll put a pink bead in the middle of that. And then one pink bead in the middle of this one. I'm going to put the little pearl ring and then a bead because I can. There we go. So there's this one. What do you think? I like that. Oh, it's a little off-centered. I'll fix it. Okay. And then for this one, oh, I like this, except it's attached to this. Maybe I can, no, I don't think I can make that work. I didn't even know I had a yellow embellishment. Now that's a little too big. If it was just the flower, that would have worked well. I love this earring, you guys. Look at this. But I don't know about for in there. I think we'll just go neutral. I've got this pretty rose. And actually, sometimes these little silk flowers look nice inside. Let's try that. She actually is quite good. Don't let Mary fool you. She's very hard on herself, I think. Maybe a perfectionist that just knows how she wants things to look. That's okay too. Okay, so I put that silk flower in there, but can you see that little green in the middle? I'm just going to stick a pearl down in there to kind of conceal the little plastic bit that attaches it. We don't want that to show. Even though it does look kind of organic, I guess, like it's growing. I'm going to stick just a plain pearl in there. Do I have one? Oh, maybe I don't have one. I'll just put this guy in there. Yeah, that works. So I'm not sure you'll be able to see this, but I had a little acrylic resin type rose. So I stuck that in there. No, I'm sure we don't rate our own work. I know I don't. Okay, and then one last center for this piece, which I think would lend itself well to a much larger bead, but I don't seem to have any hiding out in here. So I do have a yellow clay rose. No, I don't like that. Let's see, what about this piece? These are pretty small. I might hold off on putting a center in that one because I don't have one that I really like. But I'm pleased with those. Don't know what I put in my bag. Anyway, ladies, again, I really appreciate you coming, and I hope you've enjoyed your time as much as I have. You know what? I have these. These are so fun. They're just little, I don't know what kind of flower that would be in real life. It looks like the flower from chives, only pink. When a chive blooms, it's got that really pretty purple flower. And this one looks so real. Let's see. You know, this flower is already so puffy. I say, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a big pink center. Thank you. You like the purple one? This one's just going to be kind of wackadoo. because I'm just going to put this puffy little ball in the middle. It does remind me of flower stamen though. Real textural. But it also looks like something you might want to eat, like a cupcake. Let's stick that one in the middle. Anyway, anybody got anything else you want to share or any thoughts? I'm just a crafty girl here, crafting and chatting and no real agenda. So I appreciate you coming. What should we do next week? I look forward to joining you again. It's a little past 5. And I think that was fun. Air dry clay? I could, yes. I have these little flower dishes that you can make with air dry clay. And I'm actually going to make them with my my class this week, even though they're not going to use air dry clay. So since I'm already going to be on that train, maybe we could do that because they do stay very durable. So if you can get your hands on air dry clay, you can make a pretty viable piece of pottery just using air dry clay. I used to be an air dry clay snob, and when we were on lockdown with COVID, the clay studio that I work at, which I don't want to tout it because I work there, but they are the number 3 clay studio of its kind in our entire country. They're a nonprofit educational pottery center, and that's who I work for, Clayworks Inc. And they started using air dry clay. And when I saw that our studio was using air dry clay, I realized air dry clay is, a good method to work with, because they wouldn't do it if they thought it was, I don't know the word, cheesy. And no, there is not much shrinkage at all. As a matter of fact, between now and next week, I will make one piece and let it dry, and I'll make the other one and keep it wet, and we can kind of compare what the shrinkage is. But thanks for the suggestion. That's something I'll get right on because it's clay, and clay is truly my first passion. So let's see what we can create with some air dry clay. Anybody else? Any thoughts? Any suggestions? Well, I think of you all during the week, and I reserve this time especially for whoever can pop in and join us. I really look forward to it. I'll give you one last little glimpse of our pieces. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I just was doing this while I was chatting, wasn't I? So that's why this one doesn't have a center in it. And I don't really know that I have one that's comparable, except for this tiny little. And you know what? Sometimes just a small little center draws you in. So let's do that. Yeah, I didn't know Stamperia made any. Stamperia makes gorgeous molds for clay. So I guess it makes sense that they would make clay. And I'll show you some of the molds I got from them if I haven't already. Anyway, I'm just going to put that one little lavender bead in the center. It just kind of understated, but kind of pretty. Okay, well, I'm going to need to say goodbye now. I've had my tea here, and I didn't even take a drink. But I will now. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys back next week. It was fun. And now and as a result, have a good half dozen or more flowers to add to my collection. And if you feel inspired, maybe you can make a few yourself. Is everybody still there? I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next week. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thanks for coming. It was fun. Bye, everyone.